Hello, honeybees. It is Thursday, February 24th, 2022, and I wanted to just talk to you today about a few things. So, I would suggest grabbing your coffee or tea or beverage of choice, adult beverage of choice, even, and settle in for a little bit of a talk. Early this morning, I watched a video from my friend Julie at Wippy Chick Crochet, and I'd like to spotlight her today because she did one of my favorite things in the world. She took someone's negativity and transformed it into a teaching moment for her greater platform. It's an ability I hope to master one day because the power to take someone's unkind words and turn them into a way for us all to understand each other better is one that comes with grace and wisdom. And I truly admire Julie for those things. As I said, someone said something unkind to her, and that got me thinking about the community and the kind of people I want in this community. When I call you my honeybees, it's because you make my life sweet and joyful. You buzz with opportunities and possibilities. Like me, you find joy in creating things with your hands, like a busy little bee. These are things that would make you wonderful even if you weren't part of this community. But you are now. You decided to stay and pull up a pillow in my yarn hollow. I'm so grateful that you want to stay and be one of my sweet honeybees. That means when you buzz by my little yarn hollow, I'd like you to be kind and supportive to each other, to grow each other's channels and sense of community, to make each other feel valued and included. I don't take for granted my ability to talk to all of you at once. That can be a positive thing, like when channels send friendly raids to live streams as they're ending. Or it could be a negative thing, like allowing certain behaviors to go unchecked. Let us establish some of the boundaries that can help us with that before it becomes necessary. I would like for us to remember that we're all here to have fun and share our crafts, that there's room for everybody in the spotlight. There's no need for meanness or insecurity in this safe, inclusive, creative space. We will all get to show our creations and be appreciated. No one should feel left out, nor should they feel any need to shine brighter than another person. There is wisdom in remaining humble. Our goal should be telling people around us that they do beautiful work and we appreciate them. Hearing it in return should be a blessing each and every time, not an expectation. At all times, we should remember that there are several ways to get to the same end point. Yours might be the right way for you. That doesn't mean it's the right way, period. Crafting isn't one size fits all. It's not one method serves all. If my style is different than yours, that's my business. If someone else's style is different than yours, that's their business. Especially if you cannot be nice about it. If there's something you think you can help me improve, or that you legitimately see that I'm doing incorrectly, please feel free to constructively find a way to be encouraging and kind as you offer me your wisdom and support. Just find a way to be encouraging rather than hurtful. That is my hope for how you would treat me and everyone else as well. Smarter people than I have said, taste your words before you spit them out at others. Taste your words before you spit them out at others. Sample them. If those words feel hurtful or uncalled for to you, they will more than likely feel hurtful and uncalled for to someone else. We all have our issues. In my 23 Random Things About Me video, I speak very candidly about how I used to be a mean girl, and that uplifting others is my conscious choice now. Kindness is something I do on purpose, not on autopilot. And when someone says to me, "Hey, that hurts me," I try to remember that it's natural to be defensive, but not necessarily productive. Be open-minded. Be willing to apologize. Be willing to move on if a person that you've hurt wants to move on. But also accept that the choice to move on should be made by the person who was hurt and not the one who caused the hurt, and not rushed in any way. As a personal favor to me, and maybe this is presumptuous, but I would like for more people to, as best as they can, unlearn the phrase, "sorry you feel that way," if only from your personal life. "I'm sorry you feel that way" is managerial psychology. It's something we slip into to manipulate each other and manage each other's feelings. And frankly, it's one of the subtle ways capitalism has really ruined our brains. We are constantly thinking about other people in terms of managing and manipulating them, instead of interacting with them and uplifting and supporting them. Operate from a place of sincerity. When I apologize to someone, or when someone apologizes to me, I want it to be very clear that the apology is for the offending act and not that person's justified feelings of hurt and anger. Don't apologize to me for my feelings. Apologize to me for the thing you did that caused those feelings. My feelings are mine. Reacting to outside stimulus protects me. Not reacting to things like that is called desensitization, and in and of itself indicates a bigger problem. The problematic behavior is yours to suss out. The hurt feelings are mine. So, with that said, let me just talk briefly about what I didn't get to on Wednesday. I did have plans to film yesterday, but I got tired, and part of the reason for that is because I actually went up on 2 different live streams yesterday for Work in Progress Wednesday, and David calls his Wednesday free for all. If you're interested in seeing me on those live streams, the first one I did was on VJ's channel, and I know that it always is appreciated when people do replay crew for VJ's streams, and I would appreciate it if you went over there and gave her a big like and subscribe and watched that video. I was also on David Browning's Wednesday Free for All on Bearded Yarn Dudes. So please look for those live streams. I will link them down below so that you can do replay crew on either or both of them. Until I get comfortable enough to do my own live streams, I may go ahead and just plan to be on other people's live streams, and in that case I will always give you guys a heads up here and say, hey honeybees, I'm gonna be on Kim's channel, or I'm going to be on BJ's channel. I'd love for you to join us. We have a lot of fun just crocheting and chit-chatting. For some reason we end up talking about food a lot. I can't imagine why. I am getting used to going up and talking to people for an extended period of time and greeting people as they come in. And I just had a lot of fun with both David and BJ yesterday. As I said, I highly recommend just popping into either of the replays and checking us out. I do some work on my best friend's Wintermint blanket. It shouldn't be long before I'm ready to do my own streams at all. I also got some footage of myself winding a ball of yarn that had gotten kind of floppy and misshapen back into a nice cake on my Knit Picks yarn ball winder. And so if any of you are interested in seeing how the Knit Picks ball winder looks, how it operates, this is just a quick little video that shows me caking up some of Scrapbuster stash. So I will stick some footage of myself winding a ball of yarn somewhere in here with some pleasant music. And after that, I will say my good nights. I forgot to say that I am not in any way sponsored by Knit Picks. They did not send me this ball winder for free. I paid my own money for it many months ago when I just needed one. I was actually just testing what I could film from what angle with my tripod, and decided I wanted to see if I could get a good video of myself winding some yarn. So just to get ahead of any of that, hashtag not sponsored, Knit Picks, call me if that's something you want to do, because I'm open to it. I'm not saying no. We just haven't met yet. So yes indeed, this is my ball winder. Watch it go. And apologies for the lie about inserting pleasant music. The disclaimer came first, and I am impatient. So you get boring disclaimer instead of music, and I will do better next time. I promise. As always, I want you to just be kind to yourself, be sweet, do things that make you happy. Don't let negativity get you down. There are people in this world who, for whatever reason, feel the need to drag others down and make them feel as bad as they feel inside. And that's not okay. It's letting them win if you let it negatively affect how you live your life. I know it's hard. I am one of those people. I am incredibly sensitive. I do not move on from things well. I remember times that my feelings were deeply hurt in kindergarten. So I get it. But it is not worth holding on to hurt when there is so much joy and so much love, and there is a whole community of honeybees that wants to love and support you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day or evening or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you later, honeybees. Bye. Thank you for stopping by Sunflower's Creative Showcase and Crochet. Please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can get all of my uploads. Follow me on social media. And remember to have a great day, honey.